Let's see what impact it'll have on them tonight. See if Steph come out with some fire and desire. Normally he starts the game looking to dish.
Nuggets miss the fourth game of a 7-game road trip. They played last night in Boston, lost a tough one to the Celtics. Overall on the road, they're 14-17. Anthony kicks it out. Hamby with the fake. Good help defense from Rose, but somebody didn't rotate. And Kenyon Martin, who was a last-minute starter, wasn't not expected to start. He was out there instead of Francisco Elson.
You mentioned they're dishing that time. Good ball movement to find Martin with the stuff.
Martin's been bothered by knee problems a good portion of the year. James gets inside. Yeah, nice move from Jerome James. He has offensive skills. We saw that in Seattle and at times here in New York. Martin on Rose. Quick drive and a reach-in foul. Malik Rose doesn't like the call, but picks up his first.
Martin energized coming in here against the Knicks, former Net. So early on with the dunk by the 6'9" Martin. This time good dexterity along the baseline. Let's take a look at the stuff and the good passing by Camby to Martin. And Kenyon has been suffering with left knee tendonitis. And he's missed some games due to that. Now back with the auspicious beginning here, looking to make the first 4 points.
Well, Martin signed that huge deal, the $92.5 million deal to go to Denver in that sign and trade. But he was rumored in a number of trade rumors right before the trading deadline, including one of them possibly coming here to New York. It has been a tumultuous season for him at times. The injuries that Clyde referred to. He also had to go through the NBA looking at an incident where apparently he was upset with a heckler in the stands and cursed at the heckler. And the heckler also accused Martin of getting some of his friends to confront the fan. That was later found out that Martin was not involved in that. We have a whistle and a defense of 3 seconds, so a technical foul.
So the Nuggets score 100 points a game, but they give up 99 points. Whereas the Knicks are allowing the opposition to score 101, and they average around 95 points. Stephon now looking to capitalize on their folly on the defense, and he does.
Marbury hitting the technical free throw. Larry Brown, of course, who coached in Denver. Very good friends with George Karl, a couple of North Carolina guys. They got together before the game. Very good friends.
And Doug Moe, there to the left of Karl.
Marbury kicks it out. Richardson wide open, and boy, not even close. Rose, nice pass inside. Malik Rose with a left hand.
Good dish by Jalen after the air ball. So Malik had 3 consecutive double-doubles, a mediocre game, previous game in Charlotte. That might ignite him now. He has his hands full with Martin. You're looking to post up Kenyon. Rose doing a good job denying him.
Camby off the mark. So Miller and Marbury, the matchup. James kicks it out now. Richardson another open 3. And that time no good. Jerome James, the offensive rebound, goes back underneath and puts it in. So a good start for Jerome James.
Yeah, James very composed. Made the first hoop of the game for the Knicks, penetrating into the paint with the hook shot. Richardson misses his second shot. James the rebound. James the tallest Knick at 7'1". Good agility there and dexterity with the left-handed scoop. So he's shooting 1.
James showed this kind of offense last year in the playoffs. It was that first round that the Sonics played against Sacramento. He averaged 17 points and 9.5 rebounds a game in their first round victory against the Kings. Then also played fairly well against San Antonio in the second round. Well, that's what excited a lot of people and it made him become a free agent. One of the reasons he got his $30 million deal. Patterson backs in. Martin normally doesn't like to take that shot. And you saw the hesitancy. Marbury now playing off the ball.
Starting to feature James now. He's drawing the double.
And James backs in. James 3 for 3 from the field. He has 7 points as the Knicks have gone on an 8-0 run.
James well above his average, season's average.
He's almost got his season high. We've barely broken a sweat as Anthony knocks it down. Anthony has improved in every part of his game. His jump shot more consistent. When you average that many points, he's averaging over 26 and shoot 48%. James inside and the slam. And James has equaled now his season high in 3 minutes. And the bench fired up for their teammate.
The Jerome James show is off to a good start for the Knicks.
He's got 9 of their 12 points.
Melo. Yeah. 2 consecutive hoops for him.
And you see Carmelo Anthony has slimmed down. He said one of the keys for him this year in his improvement has been his conditioning. He started working out 2 weeks after the Nuggets were eliminated in last year's playoffs.
So what's going to happen now? The Knicks have to get up and contest this shot. He's made 2, and he's very adept at penetrating off the dribble. It's Melo.
James get a little bit of a heat check there. Lost it, gets the rebound, and kicks it out to Rose. Jerome James exciting the fans. Marbury. James tips it in. This is unbelievable. Jerome James and his teammates wild for him. This is a guy, as we said, the season has been such a disappointment. He's been booed here in the Garden, and now they're fired up every time he touches the ball as they call a foul.
And James is telling the coach to take him out. He's tired. Come on. You can't get tired when you're scoring. He's waving to Brown like, come and get me.
But so far, Larry Brown is not answering the call. That appears to be what he's saying.
And conditioning has been a problem for James because of all the injuries. So really hasn't had a chance to see live action, but off to an auspicious beginning tonight.
He's got not a care in the world right now. As Anthony knocks down the free throws. 1 of 2.
And the coach ignoring James, leaving him out there.
Knicks going with the hot hand. James stops and he's traveled. Oh, they're going to call a foul beforehand. Martin bumped into him. So James can do no wrong.
He likes the left side. This is where he's created his havoc. And look at that right there. Good job drawing the foul against Kenyon.
See, when you're hot, you even get the calls. Jerome James.
But that's the call James wanted, was the timeout.
For 4 minutes and 21 seconds to start this game, Jerome James has had his best moments by far as a Knick. And the crowd loving it, his teammates loving it, as the Knicks lead 14-9.
James, a surprise starter when Eddie Curry came up with a stomach virus. And he has surprised everyone with his offensive prowess. He's shown his full repertoire. Swoops and hoops, pours along the baseline, the bank shot, upping and stuffing. So, prodigious beginning for James right there, doing the tip in as well.
And his teammates have loved what he's been doing. Again, James, at his size, he has skills. Certainly, it's a matter of being motivated to play with energy and play hard every night. Jalen Rose can't connect.
Interesting matchup now. Reggie Evans is guarding James. They played together in Seattle.
They're part of last year's team that made it to the second round of the playoffs and battled the Spurs. Offensive foul on Patterson, lowering the shoulder. Patterson and Evans were acquired. George Karl and Kiki Vandeweghe, who's in attendance, the former Knick, who runs the front office for the Nuggets. They're acquiring Evans and Patterson for defense and toughness, part of a 4-team trade right at the trading deadline.
Here's the confrontation. Evans only 6'8".
But he is strong. There's a double team, almost a turnover. And James, at that time, Malik Rose can't finish. Can be the board.
Keep Miller out of the paint. There he goes. Baseline.
They were able to put it in. James slowing down so Jackie Butler gets off the bench. Marbury answers right back with a good drive.
I think this is where Steph and the coach do not see eye to eye. The coach wants defense here. He doesn't want you to try to compete scoring against the guy that scores against you.
You know, Clyde, I think you hit the nail on the head with as James pokes it away. You know, Marbury can score. He's been unselfish. It's not like he's a selfish player, always amongst the leaders in assists. James is now going to get his first ovation as a Knick. James in 6 minutes, 11 points and 3 rebounds. But what you're saying concerning Marbury is it's more at the other end of the floor that's been the problem. And it's not just him, it's the entire team. It's a lack of commitment to defense. Just simply doesn't play as hard on the defensive end as the offensive end. And you can say that for almost all of the players. And they need that defensive commitment. Camby hits it as a shot clock expires.
Yeah, that's the problem. And that's what the coach talks about. If we rebound, if we defend, if we move the ball, we could be successful. That's what he's stressing to the players rather than getting into shootouts with teams. Brown always has been a disciplinarian type coach.
Marbury knocks down the 3.
Knicks have been taking more threes and getting them down.
Anthony now on the drive. Finish from Anthony. No help defense that time. And Anthony with authority. He's got 7.
Master blaster along the baseline.
Malik Rose steps up.
Anthony distracted him, and he releases. Good hands by Stephon that time, denying the hoop.
Knicks get back on defense. Again, transition defense key tonight. Camby way short.
Camby just switched one from there and then aimed that one short.
Jalen Rose takes it to the hole. On the follow, blocked by Camby.
He leads the league with 3 per game.
Alley-oop. Camby manages to get it back to Anthony. Oh, lots of contact there, but Rose did a good job holding his ground.
Anthony too flamboyant that time. They had numbers, but the wrong play.
Marbury, bad pass, manages to get it to Rose. Nice feed inside. Pretty pass, Malik Rose.
And we have some dazzling action going on now. Dishing and switching and jamming.
Miller. Knicks look to push.
Oh.
Deflected by Andre Miller, so it's still going to be Knick ball. Miller says, I never touched it. Steve Francis will check in.
Taking a look at a nice little knick-knack here by the Knicks. Steph almost lost it. Ball gets back to him underneath. Nice dish by Malik.
It appeared the original pass was for Butler. Malik Rose sits down, and David Lee, who played very well down the stretch in the loss to Charlotte, getting some minutes.
There's a continuity. Oh, they turn it over.
Francis forces it. That's been Francis's problem in terms of turnovers. But that's been a Knick problem all season long. They've been last in the NBA.
There's Buckner, their best 3-point shooter. Good contesting by Francis.
And Butler fouled. So the Nuggets with their 3rd team foul. Miller picks up the personal.
That was a good foul because the Knicks had guys releasing. And now they only have the ball in the backcourt. Crowd very into the game tonight. From the beginning, a very boisterous crowd appreciating the dazzling play now.
Well, Nuggets are a team that can get your blood flowing. They like to push the ball, like to score. Razzle-dazzle players, a couple of them. Buckner the rebound. They have a nice balance now. Some good offensive players and some pretty good defenders as well. Anthony, good second effort.
Look how active he is inside.
Quick second jump.
Yep, you can't relax a moment around that man.
It's just been, in the past couple of months, just superb the way he's played. And he's done that each season in the NBA. He gets better as it goes along. Lee fouled that one. Very nice pass. And David Lee, who is seen as a good finisher.
Yeah, he surprises people with his leaping ability and his dexterity. That time the tomahawk. So see Stephon drawing the double and a nice pick and roll working to perfection. Another look. There's the pick, the roll, and the finish. So Dave to shoot one as well.
Marbury has been very aggressive in attacking, and that's his way. On the offensive end, it isn't easy, Clyde, in terms of trying to figure out the balance between being that aggressive attacking player that he's been and doing what Larry Brown wants.
Yeah, he just has to play his game. The shot's there, you take it. If not, you create.
Evans misses the lefty shot. Camby right there.
Camby averaging 12 bounds. Good second opportunity there.
Camby's missed 22 games this year because of injuries, including the broken right finger. Otherwise, wasn't for the injury, he would have been, or certainly should have been, on the All-Star team. Jackie Butler.
Good harassment by Camby. Miller wheeling and dealing baseline to draw the foul.
Francis with the foul. And we'll have a timeout. Just under 2.5 remaining in the first. Knicks with a 4-point lead. Knicks are back home on Wednesday night against Al Harrington in the Atlanta Hawks. 7:30 game. It's Staten Island night. World's most famous arena with special discounts available for Staten Island residents. Tickets still available and can be purchased by logging on to nyknicks.com or by calling 1-800-4-NBA-TICKS. 2:20 remaining in the first. Knicks lead by 4.
But Miller previously in transition going baseline to draw the foul, so he can bring them within 2 as he has 2 free throws coming.
Knicks have Jalen Rose, Stephon Marbury, Steve Francis, Butler, and Lee out there right now.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of Francis and Steph in the backcourt. But what I've seen, Mike, I've liked. I think these guys are willing to make it work. It's just a matter of sacrificing their egos.
And again, more importantly, it's a matter of committing to defending. It's hard. This year is probably the hardest to defend on the perimeter because of the new rule where the officials are calling any kind of forearm out on the perimeter. It makes it tough. And let's face it, today's players, the guards, are so talented. It's very difficult to guard guys one-on-one.
And when you don't have a shot blocker behind you.
Right. And that's where the team defense comes into play. So it's a matter of, just having a commitment to guard your own guy, but then also having the trust that if you get up on him and he does get past you, your teammate will be there.
See, when I was guarding West and Robertson, they eluded me. I say, sick him, Willis. Get him, Willis. So that helps you. You have some protection back there.
Marbury shooting very well. 4 of 5 from the field. He's got 10 points, 2 assists.
See, when you come out and play like this, you let your playing do the talking. You don't have to say anything.
Well, with the last couple of days, all the comments in the papers, you have the feeling that he wanted to come out and have a big game.
Miller looking to post him up now. Stephon will hear none of it. Good job denying the post.
Camby inside, can't connect.
Good job by Lee making him put it up short.
Marbury spinning inside. Nice feed to Lee. Stephon Marbury playing beautifully. The Knicks have a 7-point advantage.
So vintage Stephon now. Wheeling and dealing, igniting the team.
And you see Lee running the floor. That's the shot that has really helped Camby the last couple of years.
But you can see how erratic he can be. He makes one, then he misses one, and now he makes another.
50%'s not bad.
Yep. But you can see the Knicks are not contesting that shot. They'll live, I think, with him making that 20-footer.
Jalen Rose. Camby already with 5 rebounds here in the first as we head into the final minute.
Miller stopping and drawing the foul.
Nice play. Miller got Rose up. And a chance for a 3-point play for Andre Miller.
Last time we saw Miller going baseline, wheeling and dealing. There's the Duke. And Rose leaves his feet. And he's running. Watch the spin by Steph. Spinning, winning to Lee with the stuff. That really ignited the crowd. A nice gyration there, and then keeping his head up to find an open Nick.
So Miller will go to the line when we go to Al Troutway.
Mike, this is going to challenge everybody's memory banks, but I'm going to nominate this as the most entertaining first quarter of the season.
Yeah.
No, it's up there. There's been a few, but it's certainly first one in a while as Marbury felt he was fouled way off the mark.
Rose Richardson staying on his feet. Nice screen by Evans.
And Miller knocks it down, plus a foul. A loose ball foul is going to go against the Knicks.
Yeah, Butler, the culprit.
So it'll be a one-shot foul. Jackie Butler picking up.
Andre Miller creating havoc now. He saw the pick and roll there. Evans freeing him up. And then the volley by Butler. So Evans at the line.
So 7, right? When the Knicks go up by 7. 7-0 run by the Nuggets. There's Reggie Evans. Evans, who had a 20-rebound game earlier this season, and he did not score a point. He's one of 4 players in NBA history to have at least 20 rebounds without scoring. Dennis Rodman did it 7 times. Happy Hairston did it once. Clyde Lee did it once. And Reggie Evans now joins that group. 20 rebounds, no points. Rodman had a 28-rebound, 0-point game. Butler knocked away by Anthony. And the Nuggets will hold it for the final shot.
Good sleight of hand by Anthony that time. Miller looking for more.
Ball knocked loose. Marbury does not get it off in time. And that will end the first quarter. Knicks do score 28 points, had some highlight plays, but the Nuggets shoot 55% from the field and score 29 of their own. Knicks basketball brought to you in part by You Can't Live the Dream if you don't play the game. Get your lottery ticket today. By New Balance. Why do you play sports? For love or money? And by Oppenheimer Funds. The right way to invest. Second quarter is set to begin at Madison Square Garden. Started off well enough for Stephon Marbury and the Knicks. Marbury 11 points, 3 assists, no turnovers, shot the ball well. Knicks went up by 7. But again, defensively, they struggled as Denver was able to get some easy buckets and lead by 1.
Yeah. James is back. James is a surprise starter and scorer for the Knicks. He was invincible early on in the first quarter.
And that's the first time you've ever said that, Clyde. Jerome James has been invincible.
Right?
As he had
invincible I've used a few times, but not invincible.
But he had 11 points, 3 rebounds in 5.5 minutes. He's just looking for a shot every time and calling for a travel.
Out of his element now, showing too much confidence. It's going to be difficult to match the offensive bonanza that we saw in the first quarter. Here comes Marking, the smallest player in the league at 5'5".
Will Boykins has played very well once again. 6th man of the year candidate he's been the last couple of years. And a foul away from the ball. It's going to go against David Lee.
The Knicks bench has played well, folks, throughout the season. So they've been outscoring the opposition about 40 points to 29. So the onus is on them right now to see if they can continue to keep the team in the game.
Anthony. Boy, his jumper looks smooth, and you've never said this, his body looks sleek.
Yeah.
He really is in good shape. That's the first thing you notice.
It shows the quickness, getting the ball off.
An offensive foul. Jerome James picks up his first.
Take a look at Melo, 6'8". Remember before he'd been canning jumpers on the perimeter. Now they come up to contest him, and he's stopping and popping 15 feet away. So they're giving Martin the perimeter shot, trying to keep him from driving.
Makes the move, can't finish.
Evans with the bound.
That's what he does best. Evans against his former teammate.
Good intimidation by James.
Jamal Crawford in for the first time.
Crawford leading all bench scorers. 13 points a game coming off the bench.
That's a 3 for Crawford. Whoa, second air ball from that area. Boykins releases, and here's where the Nuggets excel. They lead the NBA in fast break points at 21 a game.
And when you shoot from the corners, you have poor floor balance. You must communicate. That time the Knicks did not. The guards should have backcourt responsibility. Nuggets now looking to play some D.
5 on the shot clock. And the Knicks, who had 2 turnovers in the first quarter, have 3 in less than 2 minutes of the second.
Watkins did a good job of seeing the ball, seeing his man. They tried to go backdoor on him to no avail.
Nuggets have scored the last 12 points going back to the end of the first quarter and now lead by 5.
And Miller and Melo have been the culprits with the points.
Evans not expecting it, drives in, and Jerome James picks up his second. Channing Frye is going to make his first appearance. And here's, when you look at the Knicks down the stretch, Clyde, James is going to sit down with 21 games remaining. You hope to see Channing Frye back playing big minutes. You want to see David Lee out there on the floor every single night, and even Nate Robinson, who's been active, want to see him get a chance to play as well. It's been a little more difficult trying to find minutes of him with Francis now aboard. But here's the time to play your rookies and give them a chance.
Here's Nate, finally active. After the slam dunk, winning the slam dunk contest has not been in the game.
Crawford. Frye.
You don't like to see that come right in the game, putting it up. Like to see players getting to the flow.
And Frye just turned to Jamal Crawford and said, "My bad."
So they're leaving Evans open. Watch Melo. He likes to bump, fall back baby.
He's a good post-up player, and he's really improved on that. And that's a tough fall-away shot, though.
See the Knicks going east and west. Nothing inside of the paint.
And a foul before any shot. Ruben Patterson's going to come in, and Carmelo Anthony will sit. 11 points for Carmelo Anthony. Second foul on Kenyon Martin.
Coach Carl mentioned that when he acquired Evans and Patterson, he mentioned passion. Want guys to play with passion, and that's what Brown wants from his players. Guys that come out there to be rough.
And a foul by Boykins. You know, Scotty Brooks, the assistant coach and former Knick, made a good point. Both Evans and Patterson were playing for teams that were having very rough years. Patterson, of course, in Portland. There's Scotty Brooks. And Evans in Seattle. And both teams were having a tough time and losing a lot of games. Frequently players who get traded away from those situations to a team in a playoff hunt. As Francis throws up a wild shot. Channing Frye right there, and that's a goaltend for Martin. But his point is that when you go from a team that's kind of in the doldrums and it becomes drudgery, all of a sudden you go to a playoff contender. It's human nature. You get more enthused about it. You think the new organization is the best organization you played for, and you get that fire.
Yep. Downtown Kings saw Francis go behind the screen. Let's get over the top.
Again, the Nuggets continue to shoot a high percentage, 54%, and one of the higher scoring teams in the NBA.
Knicks offense sputtering now.
David Lee, not that time. Boykins, the floater. Boy, he is so talented.
5 consecutive points for the little man.
Now harassing Crawford. This is a 16-point turnaround. Knicks actually led by 7. Richardson trying to find a way to score. So it gets fouled, and he'll shoot 2. And we'll have a timeout. As Clyde mentioned, the littlest guy in the NBA. Fearless going to the basket. Boykins a spark off the bench with 7 points in 4 minutes. Anheuser-Busch salutes designated drivers. Responsibility matters. And you want to take a half-court shot at the Garden for $100,000? Send a non-winning New York State Lottery ticket to this address. Then watch the Knicks Hawks on Wednesday, March 15th. Go to 1050ESPNradio.com or nyknicks.com for more information. With 8:15 remaining here in the second, Quentin Richardson at the line for 2. It's only the 3rd free throw. Check that. The 4th free throw attempt for the Knicks. Nuggets have 10.
Knicks continue to lead the league in free throws attempted, around 31 per game, and they're making 23 of those. But also their opposition might average about 30 free throws because of all their fouling.
Boykins and Patterson in the backcourt. And Buckner really kind of 3 guards, and Buckner knocks down the 3. Buckner, a very good defender who can score. An underrated player and a good role player on a good team.
Right, he's their best 3-point shooter, Buckner.
And this is the largest lead now for Denver, 10-point advantage as the Knicks turn it over again. It's 4 turnovers here already in the second quarter.
And some of it is a harassment by the Nuggets now. They're doing a good job on the defense with Martin in there to block shots.
Eduardo Nahara comes in.
Nahara, I liked him when he was with Dallas.
Yep.
He plays talking about passion. He brings a lot of that to the game as well.
Well, they have defenders now. They have Nahara, Reggie Evans. As Patterson, boy, nobody even looked to step in defensively. And that's been the problem for the Knicks more than anything else, is the lack of defense. As the Nuggets are shooting 59% from the field, they've opened up a 12-point lead as Larry Brown calls a 20-second timeout.
He's got to rally the troops now, tell them to look for penetrators. He's talking to Fry, especially. Fry's the big guy in there. And he wants them to contest shooters.
So after the Knicks started off very well, they led 28-21. Since then, the Nuggets have gone on a 23-4 run. Our North Fork Bank upcoming schedule is the Knicks start a 5-game homestand. After tonight, the next 3 Hawks on Wednesday, Larry Brown's former team, the Pistons, Friday, and then the Heat Sunday. Perhaps Stephon Marbury and Chauncey Billups can talk more about trying to find a way. Billups was the same way his first year playing for Brown in Detroit. And there were times he was very frustrated. They didn't get along so well. As Fry makes a nice up and under move, and they wound up winning the championship that year. Now Chauncey Billups is being thrown in as an MVP candidate.
Yep, and rightfully so, the way the Pistons have played this year.
And Clyde, it goes to show you don't need to score, 20 to 25 a game. Look at Steve Nash and Chauncey Billups, where they score anywhere from 15 to 18 a game. Boykins, tough shot, does not get the roll, and Lee does a good job tipping it out. Crawford, Francis, a good finisher. Buckner, wide open 3. Francis did not get back after falling down.
See, the Knicks didn't talk. Someone should have picked his man up.
Buckner deflects it.
Yeah, when you're down, you got to talk to your teammates. Pick my man up until he gets back. So Buckner ran down uncontested and was able to get the shot down. So the Knicks have it now underneath.
Marbury checks back in.
It's those little things that cost you games. That happened in the Chicago game. Stephon thought he was fouled, didn't get back. It's Gordon, a big 3-pointer. That ended up costing him the game.
Francis against Boykins.
He's doubled.
Fry moves to the good spot.
Good composure by Fry. You saw him gather himself and then go up for the shot. So he's made his last 2.
And also finding the open area. Good ball movement without the ball as Boykins knocks down another. Boykins now 9 points, 4 of 5 from the field.
The pick and roll working for the Watkins. He's a good shooter, especially off the dribble.
Marbury, an open 3. Nope. Not that time.
Just coming in the game like Fry did previously. Want to at least touch the ball, move it around before you take your first shot off the bench.
Boykins calls out the play. Patterson, blocked by Fry. Good help defense that time. Here's Marbury, behind the back to Lee. Oh, what a finish by David Lee.
And we've seen some razzle-dazzle tonight, folks. That's Lee's 3rd dunk of the game.
And that one, he was going at full speed and seemed to be too far past the rim, at least with the naked eye. He is so athletic.
Now he's got the little man. He's looking around for help.
Nahara. That's the shot the Knicks want. Nahara to take.
Knicks with some momentum now.
Fry has the height advantage on Nahara. Banker won't go. Quentin Richardson. Blocked. Oh, nice recovery from Nahara, and Richardson is really hurt. Patterson misses. Richardson holding on to his left wrist. Now gets up. Knicks have already used their 22nd timeout. Richardson will stay in there, but he's in a lot of pain. Way in the right corner. Nice touch pass. Oh, beautiful passing. Quentin Richardson fighting through the pain here. Makes the pass that led to the assist.
And the Knicks very cohesive and coherent now as the Nuggets want to talk.
You know, I think George Karl did that maybe because of the run, but he was also looking at Quentin Richardson and maybe did it out of sportsmanship because Richardson was hurting. The Knicks had already used their 20. Either way, it's a timeout. Knicks back within 7 as Richardson hurting. That athletic trainer Roger Hines in the suit, and assistant trainer Anthony Goenaga checking on Quentin Richardson, who seemed to hurt his hand on that block by Nahara. With a nice offensive rebound by Richardson, and then trying to follow. That's apparently where he hurt it. Meanwhile, one of the highlights we've seen in a while, David Lee running the floor. How about this, Clyde?
Yeah, very spectacular over-the-head dunk by Lee. He's 6'9". Stephon has been dishing nicely tonight. The left hand and the finish. So the Knicks finally got some cohesion going, and they're back in the game.
Marbury and Lee seem to play well together. Lee likes to run the floor. Lee is now out of the game. But those two have played well together. Remember, Lee was the starter when the Knicks had that 6-game winning streak in January. Francis deflects. Boykins gets it back, a hand in his face, and still puts it in. He's been incredible here in the first half.
And what this has done, folks, is allowed the Nuggets starters to get a good rest because they lost last night at Boston. So Melo bounds off the bench as we speak, but he's been sitting for a long time, well rested now.
Boykins all 11 points in the second quarter. Fry has done an excellent job moving without the ball. He's got 10 points in 5 minutes.
There's the pick and roll.
Boykins at that time. He's yelling, thought he was fouled. Rose telegraphed the pass. Francis saves it.
Dangerous pass by Francis.
And Marbury now at 13 points, and the Knicks back within 5. Marbury playing very well here in the first half. 13 points and 5 assists.
And this pace taking a toll on the players. The relentless pace. Miller very prodigious the first quarter. So they've got to tighten the D up on him. Camby like to shoot straight on. This time baseline with the switch.
Brings rain down with those high arcing shots. Lead back up to 7. Camby has 8.
Rose posting inside.
Malik Rose, soft touch with the left hand. His second field goal. Nahara able to put it in.
Miller averaging 8 assists to lead the team and also among the leaders in the league. No D being playing now. An offensive extravaganza.
Pretty move from Francis. And it's back to 5.
Patterson in his office. Nice dish to Nahara. Fry never saw the ball.
Boy, the help defense from both teams has been poor here in the second quarter.
Yes, Swiss cheese defense being played now.
Marbury's had the stroke, not that time, and Camby with his 6th board.
See, but the Nuggets in their element. They average 100 points a game. They like to run and gun.
Miller, terrific move, but couldn't finish. Minute and a half left here in the second. And Marbury fouled by Nahara. Nuggets not the penalty. It's their 14th foul. And we'll have another timeout. Knicks shooting 50%, but the Nuggets shooting 56%. That's why they lead by 7. At Madison Square Garden, the PSAL High School Basketball Championships presented by Nike and Foot Locker return to the Garden this Sunday, March 19th. The likes of Bob Cousy, Bernard King, and Nancy Lieberman, and the Knicks Stephon Marbury all play in the PSAL. Tickets on sale now through Ticketmaster. Minute and a half remaining in the second. Knicks trailing by 7. And There's been an offensive first half. Our Nissan trivia. While we have a second. Last Nugget player to average 26 in a game in the season. I think I know it.
Oh, I saw that somewhere. He was a little guy, too.
That's right.
Yeah. Another little guy.
But we won't say who he is. We'll wait.
We'll let you strain your brain, folks.
Anthony having career year. Still not making the All-Star team. He was invited back to try out for Team USA for the next Olympics, which caught some by surprise because of his conduct in Athens, but he's played so well. Marbury gets it back and seems to have started to mature in some areas for Marbury. And a violation on the inbounds. Andre Miller trying to get it in, turns it over.
You rarely see that call. A lot of guys always straddling the line. Watch the Knicks get a fortuitous bounce here. Rose lost it right in the hands of Steph. Cannon a 10-footer. Let's see what he did wrong.
Never went behind.
Yeah, but he was never out of bounds either.
Right. So he threw it in. What he's saying is, come on, you're nitpicking here.
Right. It cost him.
Marbury again. Marbury 7 of 11 from the field. He's got 17 points and 5 assists. And the Knicks back within 3.
Season average is 17 and 6 assists.
So after all the talk about his comments last couple of days, he's backed it up here in the first half on the offensive end.
See the pick and roll play. Campbell did not set a good pick. But Melo doesn't need one. When you're 6'8", you can shoot a fallback baby jumper. It's difficult to defend.
Of course, your teammate Dick Barnett. That was as famous as Jalen Rose puts it in. Rose with his first field goal.
Anthony releases.
Looked like he got pushed.
Good hustle by Rose to get back.
Rose left open. Rose has been shooting well lately. Not that time as Camby rips down his 7th board.
Oh, Anthony's open.
And that time draws the foul. Rose tripped him up.
Miller keeping his head up, pushing the ball up the court. And we mentioned Anthony losing weight, and you can see his agility and quickness has much improved. So previously missed the layup, and then comes back this time to draw the foul.
Been bothered by a left hamstring pull recently. 7th in the NBA in scoring. He's hit the 40-point mark 4 times this year. And as we said, highest scoring Nugget in a while. And the answer is, Clyde?
Michael
Adams. He's only 5'10".
He's like a Calvin Murphy. When I played, a little man that could really shoot the ball, like Watkins has displayed tonight at 5'5".
So quick, Michael Adams. Anthony gets the fortunate bounce. He's got 15 points. Shot clock turned off. Knicks will hold it for the final shot.
Nuggets in his zone.
Crawford wanted to take that and thought better of it. Francis winding down. He's going to wind up taking a bad shot. Jalen Rose does not get it off in time.
Miller did a good job harassing Francis.
Well, the Knicks have a strong offensive first half, as we'll have sports desk Deb Kaufman at the desk tonight, coming up at halftime, plus first half highlights. Where the Knicks with, again, a number of offensive highlights. They shoot 52% from the field, score 56 points, led by Marbury 17. But Denver, meanwhile, racks up 61 and shoots 56% from the field. Halftime, Knicks now by 5.
The New York Knicks on MSG are brought to you in part by Panasonic. Ideas for life. By Subway, introducing the new Caribbean Lime Chicken Sandwich from Subway Restaurants. Subway, eat fresh. And by British Airways. Find great fares at BA.com. Set for the third quarter, Nuggets 61, Knicks 56. It's been a fun one to watch. Mike Green and Walt Clyde Frazier have more.
Now let's take a look at the Infinity halftime stats. Plenty of offensive numbers through the first 2 quarters. Some high shooting percentages, to say the least, Clyde. Not a lot of defense.
Yeah, and their scores will dictate that on the season. The Knicks allowing the opposition to score 101 points the Nuggets 99, so we're headed that way tonight.
Meanwhile, the Nuggets, Kenyon Martin, still bothered by that knee. Martin did play in the first half. He actually started, played 9.5 minutes. He will not return. He's done for the rest of the night. Meanwhile, the Knicks had 3 players in double figures, including Jerome James for the first time as a Knick. He's starting in place of Eddie Curry. Curry with a stomach virus. James scored 11 points in under 8 minutes. He was 5 of 7 from the field, very active. And it gave the Knicks a real spark to start the game.
And Stephon, that man averaging 17.6 assists on the season, has that now at the half. There's James, not much in the second quarter for James. Very prolific in the first.
Quentin Richardson will start the second half. The first half it was Jalen Rose and Malik Rose. They both stay out there. Richardson will move to the 2. No, actually, Richardson did start early. Excuse me. This is, we mentioned, is the 36th different starting lineup. So the Knicks start the same 5 as they did the first half. Marbury was superb in that first half offensively. Didn't have a turnover. In addition to the 6 assists and 17 points Clyde spoke of. Tough shot falling away. Well, he's got the touch tonight. 8 for 12 from the field, but comes up limping.
Slipped on a wet spot over there.
And the Knicks back within 3. Nuggets led by as many as 12. Knicks had an early 7-point lead. Camby's rainbow that time. Crowd filing in a bit. There was a couple of highlight plays in that first half. Had the crowd a buzz.
Yep, some acrobatic dunks. One by Lee, one by Melo. Really igniting the crowd.
James pretty much looking to shoot every time he's touched the ball. He's 5 of 8 from the field. Camby, nice pass inside.
James harassment that time against Nahara.
James has the size and has shown an ability to block shots. Marbury, good hard drive, blocked by Camby, his second rejection.
He's averaging 3 to lead the league.
And a carry. Marbury and Camby exchanging handshakes. Marbury kind of not congratulating him, but commenting on the fine block.
Watch Stephon, he commits himself right there, and there comes Camby. So I was not golden. And Nahara, you see, in disarray, giving it back to the Knicks.
Malik Rose was wide open underneath. They didn't see him. Now he gets it, and he's called for 3 seconds.
You see, Denver talked about defense, or a semblance of defense, so doing a good job that time.
Knicks with 7 turnovers. The Nuggets with only 4.
The Knicks have dominated the paint and also matched the Nuggets in transition. Good forcing out by Richardson there on Melo. So he's 25 feet away. Stephon didn't come up on time.
Rose couldn't hold on, but a loose ball foul call against Camby. That's going to be his second.
So both teams obviously talked about defense doing a better job here early on in the third quarter.
Second meeting of the season between the two. First one back in November in Denver. Knicks lost that 95-86. Camby and Anthony had the big games for Denver. And Patterson called for a tripping foul. Inadvertent trip, but a foul nonetheless. His second, team second.
I think there's a lot of perspiration on the floor because of the vacillating pace. Previously, we saw Stephon along the baseline slipping after making. There you see the ball boy trying to mop it up.
Yeah, there's been in that same area, Clyde.
Yeah. Seeing the fatigue setting in on these guys periodically.
Richardson, second ball swatted away by Camby. Nice feed inside. Richardson blocked by Nahara. That's his second block.
Alley-oop.
Miller inside to Anthony. Boy, excellent defense from the Nuggets to set up an easy 2.
Yeah, Nahara, we mentioned that thing, passion, Patterson, and those guys, Evans. Nuggets a better defensive team.
Oh, Jerome James comes flying in.
Oh, the nasty stuff by James.
James playing with real energy, blocks on Nahara. And Camby, though, keeps it alive, knocks down Anthony, or almost does.
Ball hit the rim, new shot clock. Camby's open baseline, but a foul on the Knicks.
Malik Rose with his second.
It's one of the more entertaining games of the season. Look at, and that's the rejection run by James. And let's see his second stuff for the game right there. So a rejuvenated James seems to be up to the task now physically.
And you see the way he can do some things. He's not going to play like this every night, but you at least want him to play with this kind of energy. And you wonder where it's been.
Getting the opportunity tonight, Curry, late scratch actually as a starter because his stomach woes. So James filling in admirably right now.
Well, one of the things you look, as well as Marcus Camby has played, Camby is not a strong physical player. So James defensively doesn't have to worry about a guy posting him up. It's not a bad matchup for him defensively because Camby doesn't post you up. He steps out and hits those shots. And James trying to use his strength down low. Camby's blocked a number of shots. And somebody's got a cut, and it's Andre Miller, so they'll attend to it.
So those Knicks uniforms work, Mike, from the 1952 season.
52, 53.
Yep. Sweetwater, Clifton, and those guys. Retro uniforms, they called them.
Was down in Miami yesterday in the Heat wearing the old ABA uniforms from the Miami Floridians. Some wild looking things those were. I don't know if I like these ones though.
Yeah, we've seen too much of them, I think. They've worn them quite a few times now. When you first see it, it's okay, but then they start to wear on you.
Well, wait till you see Friday, Clyde. The Knicks and the Bulls this year are two NBA teams that are wearing green uniforms on St. Patrick's Day.
I will not watch the Knicks in green.
Too many memories of the Celtic rivalries.
That's right.
Anthony blocked by James again. Blocked by James again. Got a piece of it. Camby got the shot off.
Nahara sneaks in for the rebound.
And Anthony, all that work, and he knocks it down. 19 for Carmelo Anthony.
See, Nahara, you won't see much in the stat sheet, but that was a big play.
Jerome James, they only credited him with one block in that sequence. Second one, apparently, he did not get his finger on it. Malik Rose gets inside. Can't finish. James comes flying in. When you look at how active he is, this is the best he's moved all season by far. Nahara. Oh, strong finish from our one. Oh, Nahara.
And the excitement continues. Now the Nugget bench up and cheering for their teammates.
Fancy assists from Andre Miller, his fifth. Jalen Rose backing down Patterson. And Rose just his second field goal, but it brings the Knicks back within 6. Patterson's going to do the same thing. Boy, Patterson looked like he got whacked.
See, spontaneity, not a problem for the Knicks tonight.
James calling for the ball.
Look how the ball is moving.
Excellent pass from Marbury, but Malik Rose was not ready for it.
Yep. Let's take a look at Miller's. He was shaking right there. Steph won't let him bake. And to Nahara at 6'9" with the stuff.
Miller led the NBA in assists when he was with the Cavs. 6th in the NBA right now in that department. Anthony shake and bake. Tell you, you're about to say that's not a good shot, but he is out of the stroke.
That's in his repertoire.
Yep. He's got 21 to lead all scores.
That made the crowd ooh and ah.
Made him smile. Anthony deflected it. Still Knick ball.
Watch this shake and bake. This is how the game has evolved. Man, 6'8", with that type of agility and mobility, folks.
When's the last time we saw a triple team on Jerome James?
And right there, Malik looking to box out and the errant pass.
Timeout, just over 5 minutes gone by. Here in the third, Knicks still trail. Enter the Foxwood Lucky Sevens contest by sending a postcard with your info to the address on the screen. Then during select games on MSG, 5 names will be shown. And if you're selected and are the first caller, you get to shoot for $77,777 at an upcoming Knicks game. Guy did that earlier tonight, but he missed. Watch the Knicks on March 19th to see if you're a finalist. We had your typical air ball. Oh, by the way, Clyde, today, before the game, you were standing under the tunnel. This is about a half an hour before the game. And a woman who's a couple of seats away taps me on the shoulder. She points to you. She says, "Is that Wilt Chamberlain?"
I know you go, yeah, say it, keep saying it.
Nice move from Jalen Rose. And the Knicks back within 6.
I know you coerced her to say that.
No. I will say this, when I said, "No, ma'am, it's Walt Frazier," she said, "Oh, Clyde." So she knew you. Obviously not well, but knew you. James.
Nice move by James.
Nice touch pass from Patterson.
And Melo. Look how quickly he gets up to draw the foul after he misses.
That hit on the head. The thing about Anthony, well, certainly one of the positives, he can score in so many different ways. He's got a drive and a pull-up. He can hit the 3. He posts up well. So he's got a nice, versatile offensive game. But if you ask George Karl, what's been one of the differences, Karl has this phrase, it's called sticky ball. Says he doesn't want his teams to play sticky ball, meaning when you get it, you just hold on to it. It sticks to your hands. And he feels that the team, led by Anthony now, there's good ball movement. And he's passing more, but because of that, he's getting it back more and getting better shot opportunities.
Yeah, he's perfect for this style of play.
Lead is 7. Anthony has 22.
Good help by Camby there, picking up on the double team. James has the mismatch.
Finding Quentin Richardson. Nice pass. Oh, and Richardson misses a wide open slam. They call a foul. I don't think anybody touched him.
Patterson was underneath Richardson, and they're saying he was the culprit. Good look in by James. See, there's Patterson right there. And he didn't really foul him. He stopped on his jump.
You know what, though? He got underneath him where it affects the shot. And again, you go back to the definition of a foul and a shot attempt until a player returns to normal floor position. So by him kind of getting underneath him, he altered the shot, and there was contact there. You know, I think that's the right call. So my mistake.
So James is out. Fry checks in. Fry had a good first half and lead.
So Richardson misses.
This is 2.
Nahara
augmenting his game now with offense. So we saw a nice dunk, and this time the 20-foot jumper.
And lead back up to 9.
Nuggets hustling on the D. Patterson again, too zealous. Charged with the foul.
Patterson upset Tony. Was upset with Tony Brothers on the last call. Now upset with Courtney Kirkland. Patterson has had his problems controlling himself. He got into a spat earlier this year with Nate McMillan when he was with Portland. He's also been involved in some bad things off the floor as well. It's one of the reasons some of the teams were scared of trying to get him. Is charged with domestic assault. Got in a nasty fight with Zach Randolph when he was in Portland. As we mentioned, the problems with his coach, Nate McMillan.
And now Rose charged with a foul. Jalen pushing off with the elbow. There's Patterson. Very pugnacious player, 6'5", 225.
Jalen Rose, meanwhile, a delay of game warning. Patterson's got ability, but it's some of that unable to control the temper that has hurt him.
Starting to feature Melo now, but Q doing a good job denying him. That's why the baseline was open for Miller, because so much attention on Anthony that time.
Miller getting to the glass easily and a lead up to 11.
Well, Miller's lost weight too, Mike.
Yep.
He's a little quicker and slimmer. See, they're forcing the Knicks to the perimeter now. They're a perimeter team, not much happening in the paint.
David Lee blocked by Camby. That's Camby's 4th block of the game. He's on a stretch where he's really blocking shots 5 straight. He's hit at least 5 blocks.
Yeah, he had 5 last night against the Celtics.
Good passing. Fry with the foul.
So Camby would also be among the leaders in rebounding, but he missed those games with a fractured finger. Missed 15 games. And look at the good ball movement here. Camby to Evans to Melo. Nice hang time to get to the line.
And Anthony gets to the free throw line amongst the leaders in the NBA in that department. Just to give you an idea, coming into this game, he's taken 577 free throws, whereas the highest for the Knicks, Steve Francis, with 300. Actually, Eddie Curry has the most with 353. Now, Anthony's played about 10 more games, but that's still a big number.
Anthony one and done at Syracuse after winning the title.
Pretty move from Marbury. The Knicks need some stops.
That play indicative of the defense tonight. No one looking to help.
Four minutes to go in the third. It's a 10-point game.
Anthony usually likes the left side. This time the right side with the swish.
He's now 10 for 17.
And that's versatility, folks. You can post inside and then come on the perimeter 15 or 20 feet away.
25 points for Anthony. Channing Frye.
Too long.
Wow, way off.
More versatility by Anthony, running the break. Looking to post up Jalen. He's also a good passer. Watching, look inside. Look at how quick he gets up.
27 now for Anthony.
Remember, he came in here averaging 26 a game. He scored 36 last night against the Celtics in a losing cause. Well, right now, propelling the Nuggets.
The Nuggets have their largest lead of the game. It's a 14-point advantage. Carmelo Anthony leading the way with 27. Knicks fans, you can take the Long Island Railroad to the Garden in March and April. With the purchase of a Knicks ticket to select games, receive a free round-trip ticket from the Railroad. Visit nyknicks.com for more information.
Al told me you were going to take that offer, Mike.
I take the Railroad to most of the games, Clyde.
Do you? Oh, I didn't know
Have
that.
to bump some tickets off somebody. Get a free ride. Meanwhile, Stephon Marbury having a terrific offensive game. Knicks overall offensively have looked sharp, but they've been unable to stop Carmelo Anthony and the Nuggets.
And that's why that man is laughing. He's starting to percolate. And also the Qs pulled it off. They won the Big East tournament as well. So he's happy.
Francis on the pull-up. Kept alive by Frye. Oh, bad pass from Richardson, but Marbury with a smart play.
A nice movement inside now.
And a blocking foul on Buckner. Excellent ball movement.
So Buckner almost came up with the steal, and now he does come up with the foul. And the Nuggets in the penalty. So Richardson previously missed 2 consecutive free throws, trying to redeem himself now.
Richardson in another bad shooting slump in the last 3 games. He's just 5 for 28. But you look at what he's done rebounding wise tonight. He's had 7 rebounds. He's hearing some boos.
Vociferous boos from the crowd.
He's also missed 3 free throws, 2 of 5 from the line.
He's got us on his left thumb. Seems like he has a sprained thumb on the left hand. Maybe that's affecting his shooting.
It certainly could. I'm not aware of any serious injury that he has, but it's obviously taped. It's the one from tonight that he got hurt. So
look at Anthony working diligently to get inside. Buckner wheeling and dealing.
Fry, good rebound in traffic. Yeah, so that's from halftime that they wrapped it up after that injury in the first half. Fry gets inside, using the glass, can't finish. Camby with another rebound. He's got 14 to go with 4 blocks and 8 points.
Buckner missed the point-blank range shot, and now Fry comes back. And Camby 20 feet away with the jumper.
And a double-double for Camby. George Karl said earlier this season, Camby had some of the most dominant games he's ever had for a player that he's coached. He's had some 20-20 games with high block shots. Marbury's shaking up on the play.
The Nuggets look like they're ready to put some distance between themselves and the Knicks now.
Well, there's a 15-point distance right now as Anthony turns it over. It's only the 6th turnover for Denver.
They only average 14 turnovers a game. That's right at the league average. And now the little man is back, number 11. He had 11 at the halftime. He bedeviled the Knicks with the pick and roll play, did Watkins, and the 15-foot jumper.
Looks like the right foot area. Roger Hines attending to. .15-point game. Defense from Miller. Oh, nice pass from Francis. Fry not ready for it, and a jump ball. Reggie Evans doesn't like the call. And Nate Robinson, who has been inactive the last 8 games and has only played 1 game since he won the slam dunk at All-Star Weekend, getting a nice ovation and a rare appearance. Again, he's active because Eddie Curry placed on the inactive list today. Curry with the stomach virus.
And look at the height on those guys now. Nate's supposed to be 5'9", right?
He's not much taller than Boykins.
Watkins 5'5".
Robin right away, jacks up a 3 and puts it in. How about that? Hasn't played in 8 games, walks on the floor and knocks down a 3. Oh, the confidence of a rookie. He is one cocky young player. Not afraid to put it up. Knocks it away.
Miller looking to take him to school.
Blocked by Lee. Miller on the follow and able to go in, and they go back up by 4.
Persistence personified that time by Miller. Good D by the Knicks, but could not deny him.
Robinson inside to his fellow rookie, and Lee is fouled. You can, a couple of things you can tell about a player. Nate Robinson, during this stretch, when he has been active, he has been so active on the bench, leading the cheers, jumping up and down, greeting guys. That shows you a little something. He's not happy that he's not playing, but he stayed with the spirit. And Larry Brown was talking the other day on how hard he's worked in practice. Again, he had some games where he started, was playing regular minutes. Then all of a sudden, he's not on the rotation. He's on the inactive list, but he kept up the hard work. And a foul on Robinson.
And the Knicks will pay as they are in the penalty. See, Nate is a very strong guy. Bark is very slim. Only 130 pounds.
He's slim, but he is strong.
So that time Nate trying to muscle him along the side, drew the foul.
Boykins, they say he gets about 50 letters a week from fans, and most of them, or a lot of them, are for parents who thank him for inspiring a lot of their kids, their undersized kids. And that's such a nice impact to have. Of course, he went through a lot when he was younger. His mother was 4'11". His father was 5'8". They tell a story when Boykins was 3, his father played a lot of basketball at a local rec center. He used to carry Boykins in the duffel bag when he walked into the rec center with him. but he is one tough competitor. You know, we've told the story before about how much he bench presses. And it's well over 300 pounds.
And that's about as astounding as the impact that he could have in this league at 5'5".
Shot clock and game clock about a second-and-a-half difference.
Miller's been elusive all evening. He can also dish, so you got to stay up on him.
And Crawford.
Well, it's a moot point, the pass off, because the Knicks in the penalty.
Yep.
So Miller to shoot 2. We mentioned Miller's weight loss, so you can see the quickness in his game as well, like Carmelo Anthony.
So Andre Miller in his 7th year in the league, his 3rd year with Denver, started in Cleveland, first 3 years with the Cavs. As we said, led the NBA in assists 1 year, then played with the Clippers.
He was dreadful, and he's also from LA, so going home was not a good thing for Miller. He did not play well that year with the Clippers.
Played his college ball for Rick Majerus at Utah. Not a flashy guy. In fact, when he played earlier in his career, the rookie All-Star game, he was wide open on a fast break, and he didn't dunk the ball, and they booed him. But that's not his style. Robinson falls down, lost it, gets it back. Fry's shot won't get off in time. And that will end the 3rd quarter. Not a good one for the Knicks. They were down by 5 at halftime, and now fall behind by 15 as we head to the 4th. New York Knicks basketball brought to you in part by Cablevision. Get the most New York sports in HD on IO Digital Cable Service from Cablevision. And by MetLife. Happy MetLife today. 4th quarter set to begin at the Garden. Knicks trailing by 15 to the Denver Nuggets. John Turturro, fine actor, along with Warren Moon, former quarterback, Billy Baldwin, Ed Bradley,
former DJ.
And someone else who's standing by with Al Trawick.
Mike, sometimes this job's pretty darn cool. I'm hanging with Penny Marshall and Lorraine Bracco, who's got some show out. Haven't really heard of it. No, I'm just kidding. We all watched with great interest last night. You've been asked a million questions in the last few weeks about the show, The Sopranos, of course, many of which you can't answer. What's the best question about the show that you can answer?
I really don't know. I mean, I really try not to, like...
How many days will she work?
How many days do I work? Oh, you know, my sister is in the show, and I always say she works, but I get paid.
How many episodes are you up to? You're still shooting, right?
You know what? I'm doing a reshoot on Wednesday, and then I'm done.
That's going to be a sad day, isn't it?
No. We still have the 8 more coming up in the back. So, you know...
The Knicks could use a little therapy. Do you qualify yet?
I need them to come to my office in New Jersey. It's a problem.
Thanks, Lorraine.
No, she's not qualified. I'll answer that.
Thank you, Penny.
Thanks a lot for the time.
Oh, my pleasure.
Mike, back to you.
All right, as the Nuggets hit another one. All right, Clyde, be honest with me now. Did you watch the first episode last night?
No.
All right.
I don't have HBO.
So
I said that one time, and some people, actually some fans sent me some episodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you've seen some episodes courtesy of fans.
And when we were on the road, sometimes I catch them.
Right. Evans and a foul. Now Nuggets now just have blown this one open up by 20.
Fans becoming restless now. Evans hustling and muscling inside after a 3-pointer by the Nuggets from Buckner. This is why they acquired Evans, because of that type of tenacity. So he's shooting one as well.
He is a relentless rebounder, led the nation in rebounding when he was a junior at Iowa.
The Knicks were very interested in Evans.
Yeah, he's those type of players that doesn't need to score. You need to have plays called for him, and he will play so hard every night.
They have 2 of them out there, Nahara and Evans. Look at Buckner anticipating and the release by Patterson.
Patterson can't track it down. You look at, they actually have 4 defensive players. Buckner, Nahara, Evans, and Patterson are all good defensive players. And that's why George Karl likes the mix of his team right now.
And what this is doing, allowing Camby and Melo and the other guys to get a good rest because of this unit. And they're also providing some offense here.
Knicks down by 20, just over a minute gone by here in the fourth. As Marbury puts it in, Marbury has had a fine offensive game. The Knicks have seen the Nuggets at the other end shoot 55% from the field.
And Knicks can't wait too late as they did in Charlotte. They closed the gap but came up with another loss, so they've got to do it in a hurry here.
Boykins, that one in and out. That's their first miss from three. They were 4 for 4.
Stephon has the mismatch.
Gets inside, reverse, and gets the drop. 25 from Marbury.
Yeah, Stephon had Watkins on him that time. Took him to the hoop. Watkins will look to retaliate.
Buckner. And Patterson, loose ball foul to get free. He didn't agree with the call. He's had every call tonight he's complained about. Makes his fifth. Just kind of smiles this time and walks away. It's not a happy smile, though.
They're going to get Patterson out and put Melo back in. Stephon has made 2 hoops to bring them closer. The Knicks will have it in the backcourt.
The Nuggets, they've beaten all the good teams this year at least once. They beat Detroit, they beat Dallas, they beat San Antonio, Phoenix, and Miami. If they stay healthy, they can compete with almost anyone.
Oh,
Francis. Pretty play from Stevie Francis. 6 straight points by the Knicks.
Well, we're talking with their broadcasters, Mike. They say we can beat anybody and we can lose anybody.
Yep.
They're pretty erratic. There goes Anthony's baseline.
Absolutely no help whatsoever.
Boy, he's got that move down. And then that's the same move he utilizes. He fakes the penetration and pull up for the jumper. So he's had the Knicks defenders in a quagmire here tonight.
Jackie Butler, as you see, back in.
He traveled, shuffled both feet.
14th turnover. Here's our BMW drive of the game.
And oh, how smooth the Beamer was running this time to the hoop with the stuff.
BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Yeah, is that what you drive, Mike?
Actually, it is.
I know you're a man of taste. Impeccable taste.
It's my father's car. He lets me use it on the weekends. Anthony knocks down the jumper. And 31 points for Carmelo Anthony. Now, this season, that's the 21st time he's hit the 30-point mark. Last year, he did it only 7 times.
And look at the defense energized as well by the scoring. Another turnover.
Very poor pass that time from David Lee.
Evans even feeling it now. Orkins penetrating.
Boykin shot. Call a foul away from the ball.
Yeah, because of the hustle of Evans, he was able to draw a foul against the Knicks.
Timeout. Still early in the fourth, but the Knicks down by 18 to the Nuggets. Anheuser-Busch salutes America's responsible drinkers. Responsibility matters. Very happy to get the T-shirt. Meanwhile, Knicks coverage continues tonight, 10:30. Live from the play-by-play, Brandon Tierney. We'll have director John Hawk and Mel Davis.
Killer Davis.
Of course, they're not together. Mel Davis. Is he a director or is that Mel Davis, the former player?
Yeah, I think, yeah, Mel Davis, the former player, who's currently the president of the Retired Players Association.
Right. Mel, one of the real good guys.
Former #1 pick by the Knicks out of St. John's.
I played once in a charity tournament with Mel, and this was about, I guess 6 or 7 years ago. As Boykins comes up short, he was still tough. He just dominated the game.
That's why they call him Killer.
Yep.
His nickname, Killer Davis.
And there was another time where I was refereeing the tournament. I didn't play one year and made a call that he didn't like, as it's an offensive foul on David Lee. And he let me hear about it. I was scared.
I know Clyde, man.
I said, I changed the call.
An honest ref. I like that, Mike.
Just over 4 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Knicks trying to get back into it. It was a 5-point game at halftime. Knicks actually cut it to 3 at one point in the third, but Nuggets slowly pulling away.
Because of this man, they have not had an answer for him.
Buckner
rushed it. Good D by Crawford, making him hurry the shot.
They're still shooting 53%. Knicks are shooting 50% from the field. Richardson can't finish.
Look at Evans all over the rim. Now hurries it into the front court.
7 rebounds for Evans.
Nahara.
How about Nahara? Offense off the bench. He's got 10 points. Larry Brown not happy, calls another timeout.
Very cohesive unit here. Watkins to Nahara after Evans snatched the rebound.
The Knicks down by 20. And hearing some boos once again here in the fourth quarter. Tomorrow night at 7 on MSG. Rangers push for the playoffs continues against Carolina, battling the Hurricanes. Sunday Rangers game night kicks off the coverage at 6:30. Game time shortly after 7 tomorrow night on MSG. 20-point lead for the Nuggets with just over 7 to play. Reason the crowd was cheering during that entire timeout. A young Knick fan was dancing the whole time. Blocking foul and one. Nahara called for the foul. There's Fry with a nice move.
Fry has had to create off the dribble tonight. They have not given him any uncontested shots. So he's been adding this to his repertoire, which you have to do when they contest you on the perimeter, penetrating. He draws the foul as well.
Fry's numbers as Nahara picks up his second foul.
Fry averaging about 13, well, actually 12 and 5 on the season.
Crawford, good job keeping that alive.
Crawford hasn't scored much tonight.
And Butler flips it in. Back down to 16. Anthony, quick spin move, and he's fouled. Quentin Richardson picking up his third. That won't count. We talked to you about what the crowd was cheering about before. He did it for the whole time out. The young fella wearing his Nate Robinson jersey.
Very apropos. Got Nate energy as well. Danced for about 3 minutes there, non-stop.
It's harder than you think to go for that long. There's actually often during, and Knick fans who season tickets who come to the games often will see it, as Boykin's shot won't go. Evans with another rebound, and he got fouled by Crawford. There's an older guy who does it. He's got to be in his late 30s, early 40s, who does it as well. And by the end of his 3 minutes, he's showing severe fatigue signs. You remember Dancing Harry, of course, right?
Oh yeah, that was our mascot, Dancing Harry. And the Lakers had Dancing Barry.
And there he is. His name is Harry, so they call him Dancing Harry. Evans way off. Evans, actually, because he's so aggressive, he gets to the free throw line quite a bit, but he's a poor free throw shooter. This is only his 9th game with the team. He's made a mark already. As we said, he had that 20 rebound game. Nuggets by 17 as we approach the midway point here in the fourth. Marbury, Fry, blocked by Camby. That's number 5. So he's done it for 6 straight games. He's had at least 5 blocks. Nice pass from Marbury. Camby's presence altering. He has had another terrific game. 10 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 block shots for Marcus Camby. Anthony fouled. Shot won't go.
Fry coming over at the wrong time as Anthony was in the act of shooting. He collided with him to send Melo to the line.
Again, the thing about Carmelo Anthony, just 21 years old. His stock dropped for a couple of years. Of course, came in the same draft as LeBron James, who was drafted number 1. Darko Milicic was second. Anthony was 3rd. Chris Bosh 4th, and Dwayne Wade 5th. I mean, some terrific players being drafted. But Anthony had his problems first couple of years. Some of it off the court stuff. He was involved with that knapsack of his that was found with marijuana in it. He had that DVD that he put with some shady characters down in Baltimore. and then had his attitude problems in Athens. So he had his problems, but everyone around Denver says he's been a different person this summer.
I think he's a married man now, Mike. That might be helping him. I think he married some celebrity.
I knew he was engaged. I'm not sure if he's gotten married yet. Is Marbury off the mark? And Boykins comes away, but you can just see the way he conducts his business, and obviously how hard he trained in the offseason to come into this season in such good shape. Crawford picks up another foul.
It's nice to see the maturation of the young players, and Anthony is headed that way now. And obviously the face of this franchise in Denver. And they could give some teams some trouble in the playoffs if they can stay healthy, especially Marcus Camby, putting up some extraordinary numbers when he's healthy.
So Boykins will go to the line. Again, the stat always like on Boykins. This year he's got 4 block shots. Last year he had a career high 12 block shots, including the tallest guy he blocked last year, Wally Zerbiak, who's 6'7". Boykins blocked his shot.
Yeah, he's relentless out there. And now the Knicks giving up a 101 points a game. The Nuggets now 102 and counting.
By the way, our producer Spencer Julian informs us that he has got married, Carmelo Anthony. Lala Vasquez, who's an MTV DJ, of course, leave it to Spencer Julian to know that. A very big MTV watcher. There's Richardson shaking up on the play.
Yeah, Richardson has been battered tonight. You see on his left hand, he sprained his thumb. This time he gets it in the head as he goes back door. Right there, Camby reaching in.
You know, Ty, we've mentioned this a number of times. It's been such a tough season for Richardson from a basketball standpoint. He just has never shot well, never gotten in the groove offensively. A couple of stretches where, but overall it's been such a tough year for him shooting wise. But I have been watching him. You've said the same thing. Such admiration for his professionalism and how hard he's worked, tried to become a better defensive player. In fact, he's become almost the next best defensive player.
Now, someone they might have to designate. Well, to add insult to injury, he was not in the act of shooting.
And they're not in the penalty.
Right, so that's why he's leaving the game. The Knicks have it adjacent to the Nuggets bench.
But we've seen his rough shooting season. He has not let it affect the rest of it. His approach to the game.
Pick and roll. That's why Fry was open. So this is the 23rd time the Knicks have used their entire roster as Woods checks in.
Woods and Nate Robinson, the 2 players who lost minutes when Francis came in, as Crawford knocks down the 3. So an 18-point game with just under 5 to play.
Knicks need stops. They can't trade baskets and get back. There's walking. Camby wants it though. Jamal starting to feel it. Good dish along the baseline.
Fry with a good offensive game. He's got 14 points. Fry had 22 the last time they played Denver, as Richardson still being attended to by Roger Hines. Anthony. You always have to wait on those shots. You can't say not a good shot until it goes in, because he's hit so many of those tonight. Nate Robinson back in.
And Miller back in to orchestrate for the Nuggets.
Marbury sits 25 points, 7 assists for Marbury. Again, a terrific offensive game, but it's a defensive end that the Knicks have struggled on.
You would think Steph would not sit too long with the Knicks got a chance here.
Marbury's played 36 minutes so far. Most in the game. Knicks have cut it to 14. It's the closest they've been here in the 4th. Anthony. And hammered. Jackie Butler, the foul.
Anthony, an erratic shooter from the free throw line tonight.
He's missed 3, 7 of 10.
Looking for 2 more.
Butler's second foul. Free throw disparity very big tonight. 29 attempts for Denver, just 12 for the Knicks. And turnovers another big number. 16 for the Knicks, 7 for Denver. Anthony, another huge offensive night. Well above his average. He's over 26 a game, which is 7th in the league. He's got 34 right now.
At 36 last night. First quarter, he was 11 for 12 from the field in that game against the Celtics.
Hit his first 11 shots. The only shot he missed in the first half was a three-pointer at the buzzer. He just kind of threw up there. I think it was from way outside as the period ended. And he's been bothered by a hamstring lately. But it's certainly not affecting him tonight. Quintel Woods. Under 3 minutes remaining.
Watch Miller, shrewd, clever, slick. Got to keep him out of the paint.
Camby wanted an alley-oop. Fry did a good job anticipating. Ball deflected. Here comes Nate Robinson. Robinson spinning against Boykins. It puts it in. Pretty move from Nate Robinson. So 5 points off the bench. And a foul call on Jackie Butler. They tried the alley-oop. Robinson making sure Anthony's okay. But Butler and Evans getting involved in it. And more free throws coming up for Denver.
Some dramatic plays by Nate off the bench. First shot was a three-pointer. This time spinning and winning in transition.
Welcome back. Knicks trailing by 14, 2:24 to go. The Knicks Oppenheimer Funds Team Contributor Award winner, Jerome James, got the start for Eddie Curry. 13 points in 14 minutes, a season high for him. James hasn't played a lot here in the second half. Oppenheimer Funds, the right way to invest. Reggie Evans will go back to the line. I now have to make a correction. Spencer Julian, our producer, was wrong about Carmelo Anthony. He is not married. We didn't want to scare their family members. But they have not gotten hitched while you didn't know. So they're still engaged, though. I'm glad we were able to clarify the situation. Evans hits, and it's back to 16. This is a good win for Denver, as again they lost last night. Tough one in Boston against the Celtics, but this will improve them to 3-1 on this 7-game trip. Nate Robinson, good move. You can just see he's been so busted to get out on the floor and play again after sitting the last 8 games.
There's feline quickness tonight from Nate.
He got 7 points. Carmelo Anthony, who has had his way with the Knicks tonight, a lot of teams this season. Nice feed, Woods. And Camby with his personal foul.
Just a little simple give and go that time from Nate and Quintel as he was fouled, so he's at the line.
We said Woods' minutes have dropped since the arrival of Steve Francis, as has Nate Robinson's. A reminder after the game, the Sports Desk presented by Toyota. Deb Kaufman will be at the Sports Desk. At all the NBA, also NCAA talk. Monmouth, which won their conference, leaving for the tournament. And the Rutgers women finding out they're a number 3 seed. .106.93 with a minute and a half remaining.
It's pretty noteworthy tonight, Mike. Kenyon Martin started the game, but the tendonitis acted up on him, but the Nuggets did not miss a beat.
Well, that's one of the keys for them, and they have depth now because of the injuries. Remember, Nene is out as well. He was such an integral part. Got injured the first night and is done for the season. This could be a very dangerous team in the playoffs if they stay healthy. If Martin comes back, we got a double foul down low. Jackie Butler and Camby talking.
You should get Camby out of there now.
Well, they might get double technicals. I think right now it's a double foul, just a double foul. So each team, each player at that point gets an individual personal foul. They don't count as team fouls. And the Nuggets will inbound. And now a technical foul. Andre Miller kept talking. Miller doesn't agree with it. So 1:01 remaining in a game that's been decided. Players need just to walk away from this. Well, perhaps Robinson will start to get minutes again. And we said this earlier, at this point in the season, you want to see Robinson and Lee and Fry out there getting minutes, getting a chance to develop. Lee's minutes have been sporadic. Robinson's have been hardly at all recently, and even Fry's minutes down. And a travel. Buckner looking at Nate Robinson, who's playing aggressively here, but that's the only way he knows how to play, is to say, "What are you doing, rookie? The game's over." He's laughing about it a little bit. A 12-point game. And Crawford just too much dribbling. Quintel Woods will fire a three. Barely hits the rim. And Crawford with the foul.
Well, from the beginning, folks, this was an offensive game. Neither team playing much D. A lot of spectacular dunks and dazzling plays. And at the halftime, a high-scoring game. The third quarter, the Nuggets came out, I thought, asserted themselves a little more on the defense than the Knicks, and they were able to take control of the game.
Yeah, that's when it turned around. Knicks only scored 15 in the third quarter.
And Carmelo Anthony put on a show tonight. They had no answer for him.
So Miller will go to the line. Fans a little booing, and there's some chants now as well. And this is what happens when a team goes through a season like this. As Linus Kleza, a rookie from Missouri, comes in. Some chants from a section of Fire Thomas directed at Isaiah Thomas. This is all part of a season that has gone wrong. And that everybody feels the pressure and everybody takes the criticism. And Isaiah Thomas and Larry Brown have said, the blame goes all around to everyone on a year like this. But what everybody is continuing to say is it's try and finish strong in the last, after tonight, 20 games. As Crawford hits a three. And Knicks, even the players have said one thing they want to avoid is having the worst record in the NBA, which is what they have now. And they don't want to finish that way. They want to finish positively, as Miller's just going to dribble this out. Very good win for the Nuggets. Another disappointing loss for the Knicks. And they're hearing it from the crowd here in the final seconds, as the Knicks lose their fourth straight at home and now fall to 17-45 on the season. So Larry Brown waving to his good friend George Karl. Again, Sports Desk with Deb Kaufman coming up next, as the Nuggets win for the 5th time in their last 6 games. Let's look at our Budweiser play of the game. Happened in the first half. Carmelo Anthony, explosive move. 2 of his 35 points. Our play of the game brought to you by Budweiser. Bright, crisp, clean, pure. This is Budweiser. This is beer. Final score of the Nuggets 108 and the Knicks 96. And another long evening for the Knicks here on their home floor as they fall to 11-19 here at the Garden.